You're starting to fully understand now. You're really getting why we have the First Amendment, how rare that is, and why it is so absolutely crucial, especially now in this augmented digital reality where half of everything is online and half is off. Why this is such an important, rare, precious jewel that we have enshrined here. And yes, I know it has been mistreated and there's been all this censorship and all this stuff that's going on. It's ridiculous, but it is not as ridiculous here yet as what is happening in the United Kingdom, where people are now being arrested for causing someone anxiety because of something they posted on social media.
No. The British Hampshire Police would realise how ridiculous this is.
It is ridiculous.
It is. Of course, I'm
What to come to this?
What did it need to come to?
Tell us why you escalated it to this level, because I don't understand. I posted something that he posted. You come to arrest me, you don't arrest him. Why has it come to this? Why am I in cuffs? Because of something he shared, then I shared.
Because someone has been caused, obviously, anxiety based upon your social media post. That's
not his.
why you've been arrested.
These videos are coming out all the time now. How does this illogical nonsense even really work? You're supposed to go online and in your mind, I guess, as a Briton, you're supposed to say, okay, I'm going to post something now. Let me try to think about all the ways in which millions of other people may or may not feel anxiety. What crosses that line into it being anxiety from just being upset or just being a little miffed, and then whether or not I should or shouldn't say it, by the time you're done trying to do whatever that ridiculous nonsense calculation is in your head of completely illogical bullshit, you will never post anything except cat memes and, I don't know, pictures of what you ate for breakfast. There will be no meaningful discourse about your reality possible if that is the standard you have to live in. I mean, look, listen to these cops. How many cops had to come out here, by the way? How many cops have nothing else better to do right now than to go to some man's house and arrest him because he caused someone anxiety on the internet? That looks like about 4 people. Is it 4? Are there more off camera that we can't see? Sorry, I thought it was 4 when I was recording, and then I watched the video again and realized it was actually 3. So it's 3. It's 3 officers, not 4, but still also it's 3 officers. It took 3 officers to go apprehend the dangerous social media criminal. We must go get. We can't just send one person. He might pull a phone out and start, I don't know, firing off anxiety-inducing offensive tweets right there in the driveway. You better have 3 people. Make sure to get him.
3, that you conspire to do things not normally considered illegal.
Like, come on. Was that a concern? This is ridiculous. This should be piteously mocked into the ground for how ridiculous it is. It's not just ridiculous right now. It is not just ridiculous on the world stage. It is ridiculous to the history of Great Britain and the United Kingdom. To all of history, it is insulting to you as a people. It is insulting to your entire history as a country. It's embarrassing. It's ridiculous. It's the punchline of a bad joke. It's like they were trying to arrest him. He's whipping out his phone. I'm gonna write something about right now. I'm going to make you anxious right now. Oh my God, he's pulling out his phone. Stop him. He's going to offend someone. They're gonna feel bad.
The clear problem with the outlawing of insult is that too many things can be interpreted as such. Criticism is easily construed as insult by certain parties. Ridicule easily construed as insult. Sarcasm, unfavourable comparison, merely stating an alternative point of view to the orthodoxy can be interpreted as insult. And because so many things can be interpreted as insult, it is hardly surprising that so many things have been. That, with the reasonable and well-intentioned ambition to contain obnoxious elements in society, has created a society of an extraordinarily authoritarian and controlling nature. That is what you might call the new intolerance.
Those people have got to feel silly when they go home at night and hang up their little costume and look themselves in the mirror. You don't feel silly? I feel silly watching you, so I don't know how you don't personally feel it, because it's silly. It's a Monty Python sketch. You are a walking Monty Python sketch, and you don't seem to realize it, or maybe you do, and you're just trying real hard to hide it. I don't know. But they've now made British people feel like, because you are offended now, a crime has been committed. They've made this so normalized that you actually had someone call the cops on a comedian who told what they felt was an offensive joke during a stand-up routine. That happened there, okay? Someone went to a stand-up comedy show and went, I don't know, man, I better not get offended. This guy better not tell me any jokes that offend me. He may only tell me jokes that make me laugh but do not offend me. Like, what? I'm not sure how British comedy is going to survive this, because how's that possible? In the story where Sky News is reporting on this breaking story of comedians telling offensive jokes, I'm sorry, like, it's really hard to talk about this and take it seriously, because the whole thing is a joke. It's a sad joke, okay? But in the story, so the comedian is quoted as saying, to be fair to them, the Fuzz were very nice about it all, but felt they had a duty to investigate. They had a duty, you guys. By the way, this word duty, for all of you who watch our videos in the UK, I hope you realize that that is a weaponized word that has been used against you to keep you in a socially engineered, ridiculous reality for a very long time. I hope that you all know. I'm sure a lot of you do, especially if you watch my videos. I'm sure that you do. But I really hope that you recognize that that specific word for you guys has been used in a way that gets you to take ownership of things as if it's your responsibility that actually are not. Oh, duty's also defined as obedience and submission. And this is one of them, okay? That is not your response. It's not. I'm sorry. You could slap duty on anything you want. Doesn't make it really a duty, though, okay? Power structures are using that particular word against you to make you feel personally guilted into and responsible for things that I'm sorry, but it's just a way for them to leverage control over you and your mind. That's all that is. I don't know how else to say that in a nice, friendly way. It's totally screwed up. It's your duty to sit around as a comedian and think about whether or not your jokes are going to make someone upset enough to call the police on you for telling them? Really? That's a duty that someone had? And then the cop who got that phone call, he got it from his desk and he went, "It is my duty to investigate this potential crime of offense. I must go see who could offend such a person and why." Like, really? That's a big mystery. You're going to go solve that one? Sherlock? Gonna get Watson? Go figure that one out? I'm sorry, but I can't with this, okay? I just, how can anybody else take any of this seriously as reality? For real, come on. Come on. You'll never be adults if this is the kind of world you have to live in. They're not allowing you to be. They want you to act like children. They want you to act like, not subjects. It's worse than that. Little kids. It's your duty to go brush your teeth, Bobby, and make sure you don't offend anyone on the way to the bathroom. It's
I was going to put a clip here from an old black and white Monty Python sketch on freedom of speech, but it got flagged for copyright because everything is stupid.
If people can't control their own emotions, then they have to start trying to control other people's behavior. All humor is critical. If you start saying, "Oh, we mustn't criticize or offend them," then humor's gone. With humor goes a sense of proportion. And then as far as I'm concerned, you're living in 1984.